Hi all, welcome to my new Flosstube video. Today I've got quite a bit to share with you. I'm going to go through my March statistics. I have got a finished item which I'll be able to show you, which I'm really happy about. And then I have got a few little non-stitchy related things to talk about as well. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to go through is last month's Whip Go goals. I completed both of them luckily, so the numbers that were called for me ended up being 500 stitches on black fabric and to make a new start, so both of those were completed. I was working on my dad's present, which I'll show in a little bit. I got that completed, and I was also working on my ghosts project. Again, I'll show that in a little bit in the stats for the month. So I was really proud that I got both of those done. Initially I wasn't sure that I was going to get the 500 on black completed because I just hadn't really worked on the ghost project for a little while. I didn't really get much done on that for a little bit. So I was a bit nervous towards the middle of the month that wasn't going to get completed, but my dad's birthday was at the end of March and I needed to complete a project that I'd had for like 2 years. It was supposed to be for his last birthday, never got it done in time, and it was cutting it fine for this year as well. So I had to pull my finger out and get that one finished as well. So I'll show all of those in a little bit when I go through the stats. So yeah, really happy that I've got both my Whip Go numbers finished for the month. So far we are up to date on all the Whip Go goals. I haven't missed one, touch wood, yet. Everything has been completed, so hopefully that carries on through the year, because that is one of the things that I really enjoy doing. I've made sure that the targets aren't too difficult to make, so they're not like unachievable, but it is still a little bit of a challenge for me to complete them to make sure that they're done. So yeah, I think I've done quite well with my Whip Go so far this year. So on to the March statistics. So altogether in March I completed 11,444 stitches, which wasn't as much as I would have hoped. It's still a decent number, but I was expecting a little bit more, so not disappointed, but it would have been nice to get a few more stitches in. To be fair though, there's some of the projects that weren't put onto the list because I don't know how many stitches I did. There's the little cat project, which is on paper. It's a paper chart, so I don't count the stitches on that. So that was worked on a little bit, but the stitches weren't counted for that. So I have done a little bit more, but it's going to be like 100 or 200 or something, so not really changing the full amount a whole lot really. So the first thing we have up is the Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along for this year. I didn't work on it all that much in March just because I was waiting for the new instalment to come out in April. I didn't want to really move my key snap to fill it. I think I described in the last video. I'll show it on screen. So I described in the last video that the pages ended about here, and what I didn't want to happen was to stitch a couple of stitches here, end my thread, and then it turned out that, like exactly what's happened here, that it carries on down. So I thought I'll wait till the next installment comes out and then I will complete it then. I will put a picture up of the beginning of March as well, where we were. So in March I did 784 stitches on it. I've worked out that if I want to finish it by the end of the year, finish the whole thing, that I have to do 200 and something stitches per day on it. So going off that logic, I should be at 22,660 stitches, but I'm only at 15,798. So I need to do a bit of catching up on that. One of the goals on my Whip Go board is to do 5,000 extra stitches to what I should be doing in the month. So hopefully that comes up soon and I'll be able to catch up quite a bit. So I'm actually 19% through the entire 85,000 stitches at the moment. And I'll just get up how far I am through the current instalments. Just bear with me. So at the moment I'm 28% through the current instalment, so that's instalment 1 and 2 put together. So next up we have Yumi, which was the start, the Go Start. I started this on my retreat that I visited in March. I have spoke about that in my last video, so if you want to go and have a look at that one. So this is the progress that I did recently. I haven't really worked on it since that last video. I have done 4,858 stitches in March. When I put that down, I was starting to work on other things since the last video. I think I picked the stitch along and my dad's present back up, so that hasn't really had much love since the last video. But yeah, it's still great progress considering I only started it in March. So yeah, nearly 5,000 stitches towards the end of March is pretty good going for me, considering I work and I do other hobbies as well. So yeah, I'm not too disappointed with that. So next up we have Nevermore. I did do some pretty good stitches on this in March. I was really enjoying it, even though it's quite confetti heavy. The progress on it was really building up really nicely. So I managed to get 4,846 stitches done on this. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I will put up a picture for all of these of what they look like. So all of the pictures are at the beginning of March, not since the last video. I thought that might be the best way to show the progress that I've done in March. So yeah, so 4,846 was done in March on Nevermore, not all together. I'm not sure what the percentage of that is actually. I'll just double check. So altogether I've done 9,372 stitches on Nevermore, and that is 3.68%. So even though it's only nearly 4%, I feel like I'm making really good progress on this. When I first started it, it said that I could get it finished by like June next year. Again, I think I said in another video that I knew that was never going to be the case because I've got other projects that I like to work on as well. But it felt really good knowing that the progress I was making on it actually brought it to finish that soon. So I know that if I focus on one of them, I won't be doing that. I like focusing and changing and swapping on different ones, but it's nice to know that if I did want to finish, I could, I say soon, relatively soon in terms of cross stitch, that I'd be able to focus heavily on one and probably get it done by the end of next year or the beginning or middle of the year after. So it does feel really good to know that my progress is like keeping track. It feels really nice. So obviously with my Whip Go goals, the 500 on black fabric was done on some ghosts. So this is still quite a low percentage of my project. I did 238 stitches on that through March. Now I'll just have a look at the total percentages. So I'm at 44.3% complete on Pattern Keeper, but I know that's not correct because that includes all of the black stitches on the pattern. So originally it's supposed to be on white fabric and you stitch the black, but I just thought that was completely pointless, so I'm not 100% sure on the actual percentages on that, but yeah, it's coming along okay. I've not done great progress on it, so it's a bit strange because on Stitch Pal the percentage doesn't match up to Pattern Keeper, and obviously it's something to do with me doing the black, marking the black as complete, but in my eyes I expected the percentage to be the same, so obviously not the stitch count but the percentage at least, because in Stitch Pal I took off the amount of black stitches from the total stitch count, if that makes sense. So I expected that to match up with the percentage for Pattern Keeper because they wouldn't be included, but it doesn't, so I'm just going to keep on stitching and see what happens when it's finished. I know all the information on Pattern Keeper is correct, so not really fussed about what Stitch Pal says. So yeah, we'll just keep plodding along with that. But that was 238 towards my Whip Go goal. So the next project I actually don't have anymore because it was my dad's birthday present. I managed to do 721 stitches. I think I did a little bit more, but I forgot to count some of the last stitches on it. And then obviously that actually smashed my Whip Go target just in itself. I was really happy with this. He loves it as well. I'm really happy that he likes it. I wasn't sure if he was going to. He likes handmade stuff by me. He's not a massive, he wouldn't go out and buy something handmade, like he wouldn't go out and buy something cross stitch or crocheted from something else, from like somewhere else, like a charity shop or a craft fair or anything. But if me or someone else in my family has made something, he does really like it. He's not overly sentimental about a lot of things, but he knows the time and the effort that goes into hand making some of the items. So I was really glad that he liked it. I managed to get it framed on his birthday. So it's just one of the box frames from, I think it was Hobbycraft, and I wasn't able to get it to sit completely flat. So what I had to do was just put some tape around the edges. So I don't think that's going to affect it because where it's taped in, it has the border around so you can't see it. So anything does happen to the fabric, it shouldn't be too bad. You shouldn't be able to see it, but it's still not completely flush. But where it is in the frame, again, you can't see it, so I wasn't overly fussed. I'm not trying to sell it, so he was happy with it, so I'm really happy with that. But yeah, I'm glad that he likes it. I know I'm just repeating myself now. But yeah, my dad enjoyed it. I'm really happy that I got it finished 2, maybe 3 years further than it should have been. So yeah, that turned out quite an achievement. So that's the end of the statistics. We did have a normal stitchy evening at the end of March. We did have a stitchy day weekend just gone with Tan as well, and I'll tag her in the description. At the stitchy evening, one of the ladies there, she brought in 2 huge boxes of things she was getting rid of. It was amazing the amount of stuff. There was loads of patterns, loads of books, everything, like kits. There was loads of stuff that she was just clearing out, and it was absolutely amazing. So I did pick a couple of things up, so I'll just grab those. So the first thing I picked up is the Cross Stitch for the Soul book. This is one of the books that I wanted to pick up for a while, to be honest. I went into the Works the other week and I was hoping that they had some in there, but the Works by me, I'm not sure if they're having a big clear out or turnaround or something, but there was barely anything of any type of item in there. Craft, normal books, loads of the shelves were just completely bare. So I didn't get that from there, and I was going to buy it online, and then I just thought, no, I don't really need it right now. I've got a lot of other projects that I'm planning, so I'll just get it when I want to start something. And then I think it was the week after that we had our stitchy evening, and she bought in this, so I'm quite glad that I didn't actually buy it. I do want the other ones for it. Is it for the heart or something? Cross stitch for the heart. But yeah, I wanted one of those as well. But I'm loving the patterns that in this. I'm really looking forward to starting some of those, just because they're one of the ones that's nice and small to be able to just obviously focus on, but not focus on like one of the full coverages. So I'll be looking forward to starting some of those. And I also picked up a small kit, which is one of the Dimensions kits, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if we can get that in. I absolutely love that. Everything's stitched on it. It's just got the fabric, it's plain fabric in the back, so all of the lines around the edge. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a bit nervous because I know sometimes they can be a bit difficult, but because it's a smaller one, I'm hoping that it's okay. I'm just going to take my time with it like everything and just hope for the best and make sure that I pay attention. But I really like that, and I really appreciated that she brought all that in for us. She didn't want anything for anything in the boxes, so it was really nice to just get a little freebie from the table. So on to non-stitchy subjects. I recently, I don't know what's going through my mind, signed up for the gym, which you think isn't too bad, not that bad, it's not crazy. I do need to lose a bit of chub. But I signed up for the off-peak hours because for pure gym it was £14 for off-peak and like 21 for just the standard membership, and I was like, I'm not paying £21 to just go and run or lift weights or something. So I bought the off-peak membership. So my partner had a good idea, which I'm just shocked about that I'm still doing it. He starts work at 7 and usually gets up at about 5:30. So he said, why don't you get up with me at 5 o'clock? He'll drive, because his work is right next to the gym. He's like, we'll drive there, I'll park up on his workplace. We'll go to the gym, and then he can shower at the gym and go straight to work, and I can just walk home because it's not that far. And so far I've actually been sticking on track at getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is absolutely crazy because the earliest I have to get up for my normal work day is 20 to 7, and we've decided to go on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, and Mondays are my days off. Monday and Tuesday I don't work. So I normally get up about 8:30 on a Monday and Tuesday, which means that if I wasn't going to the gym, I could get an extra 3.5 hours sleep. And it's just crazy that I'm getting up that early and actually going to the gym and doing something. I decided to start the Couch to 5K, which works really well because you have to do 3 runs per week. I've just started my second week on it, so they've upped it to like 90 seconds of running and 2 minutes of walking. And I'm really, really happy with myself because I've actually managed to keep the running to the actual time. So I'm actually running for the full 90 seconds. And for me, that's a really big achievement. Like the first week, you had to run for 60 seconds. And I think I did it then as well. But I haven't been to the gym and I've just not got much exercise for quite a while. So for me to run for those, well, jog for those full 60 and 90 seconds, I'm getting really, really proud of myself. So hopefully I keep it up. So I've got my next run tomorrow morning. And to be honest, I'm not minding getting up that early. You think about it to start with and you're like, I cannot believe I've got to get up that early. But when you actually do it, I'm not finding that it's that bad. I'm able to just get up and go. Once I'm actually out of bed, I don't really mind it. It's just the actual hearing the alarm go off and getting up. That's the main problem. Because I was doing that, I thought I'd get something to motivate me. So I've decided to do the Race for Life as well. And that's in June or July. And it's worked out quite well because I can do the Couch to 5K, which is 8 or 9 weeks, and then it gives me 5 weeks after to get a bit more training in before my Race for Life, because my plan is for the Race for Life to actually jog the full 5K. I did it a couple of years ago, well actually probably about 7 or 8 years ago now. I did it then and I managed to jog a little bit, but then I ended up walking for the rest of it, and I really want my plan to be to jog most of it. I finished in an hour last time, so I want to bring that forward, maybe get 40 minutes if I can. It's a challenge, it'll be a challenging goal for me, but I'm really hoping that I can actually do it. And I thought it'd be a really good idea to raise some money for it, for just while I'm just helping myself help other people as well. So I am really looking forward to doing that, and I'm really enjoying going to the gym, so hopefully I keep up with it. So yeah, I think that's everything for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed. I feel like I've done quite a bit of progress on my pieces, but not done a lot of progress looking at the 11,000 stitches. um I want to get some more done in April. I think I've got a lot of like little silly bits and pieces coming up, like just meeting with friends. I know that's not silly, it's still a good thing to do, but just time that'll stop me from doing some stitching. So I think I've got bits and pieces, so I won't be surprised if I don't get that much done this month. But yeah, hopefully it's a successful month. If anyone has any questions or anything, please leave them in the comments below. And yeah, hope everyone has a lovely day and get some good stitching done in April. If you could please like and subscribe, it'd be wonderful. So yeah, happy stitching. Bye.